With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nasze programy oferują wiele języków. Prosimy zobaczyć suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Although the cloak was made from cactus fiber that normally would have disintegrated within a couple of decades, it remains intact almost 500 years later. Our Lady of Guadalupe, Miraculous Apparitions of the Blessed Saint Mary, Vegetarian, Part 2 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Vegan. Progress in spiritual practice.
Would you like to learn the indigenous Nahuatl language? You may start with Kenin Lamani, which translates to "How are you?" Gracious viewers, I am Monica. The vibrant and hospitable people of the Nahuatl Nation treasure your company and send heartfelt wishes to you and your loved ones. Welcome to part 2 of a 2-part series entitled Our Lady of Guadalupe, Miraculous Apparitions of the Blessed Saint Mary, Vegetarian. The Marian visions of Our Lady of Guadalupe were miraculous events involving a series of apparitions of the Blessed Saint Mary in 1531. Her revered image on San Juan Diego's cloak can be seen on display at the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico City, Mexico. The Blessed Saint Mary is the patron saint of Mexico and patroness of the Americas. She and her miraculous image are venerated as a religious treasure and a symbol of national identity in Mexico. The Holy Mother is credited for giving people freedom from idolatry and creating a common faith for the Spanish and native people of Mexico. The Heavenly Queen represents ultimate and unconditional goodness. From 1736 to 1737, Mexico City was struck by a fatal viral hemorrhagic fever epidemic. The Holy Mother was believed to have put an end to the deadly pandemic. Our Lady of Guadalupe was proclaimed patroness of Mexico City in 1737, and her patronage was accepted by all territories of New Spain, including Mexico, parts of modern-day California, USA, Guatemala, and El Salvador in 1746. His Holiness Pope Benedict XIV approved Our Lady of Guadalupe's patronage and granted her an official feast day and Mass on December 12 in 1754. In 1910, His Holiness Pope Pius X declared her patroness of Latin America. Our Lady of Guadalupe was proclaimed the heavenly patroness of the Philippines in 1935. His Holiness Pope Pius XII granted her the title Queen of Mexico and Empress of the Americas in 1945 and Patroness of the Americas a year later. The revered image of Our Lady of Guadalupe is considered a celestial gift with profound symbolism, especially for the indigenous peoples of Mexico and the residents of the Americas. It enables the natives to understand how the Blessed Saint Mary served as a divine bridge between the people and her Son, Lord Jesus Christ. According to Reverend Johann Rotten, a Mary's father and an internationally recognized scholar at the University of Dayton, USA, the image resembles hieroglyphics and is very special to the indigenous people as they are familiar with the symbolism. Beginning from the top of the picture, the Blessed Saint Mary's eyes are looking down, which is a sign of humility.
Her face exudes great compassion and femininity, for she is the Mother of Mercy.
The indigenous people believe that one's face is a window to the soul and reveals a person's true character and actions. Akin to the indigenous peoples, the Holy Mother in the image has dark skin and hair. Her hands are also positioned in an indigenous style of offering, meaning that something will be given by Saint Mary. She wears a maternity band around her waist, which signifies to the indigenous people that someone is going to come. The primarily turquoise mantle worn by the Blessed Saint Mary
is in a color reserved for the Aztec deity Omecihuatl,
the source of unity for all existence. Indigenous tradition observes how a body of stars will always accompany the end of an era or civilization. The Holy Mother's mantle consists of stars, which signifies a new era is beginning. In the image, the sun emits rays of light around Our Lady of Guadalupe. However, one does not see the sun, only its rays, as the sun is hidden by the Holy Mother.
Whilst the sun is extremely important in the native people's civilization, the picture represents how the Blessed Saint Mary is even greater.
I lived for 2 years in Germany, and we only ate vegan food. I felt so much better. I would never realize that it was a possibility. I would never even heard the term. It really gave me more energy, slimmer features, and also it helped me in my work. The Reverend Pastor Etienne Lombard, vegan.
Let's take a moment to contemplate on the divine within. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Our Lady of Guadalupe, Miraculous Apparitions of the Blessed Saint Mary, Vegetarian, Part 2 of 2. Approximately 8 million Mexicans adopted the Christian faith within 7 years of the miraculous event in which the Blessed Saint Mary's image appeared on Saint Juan Diego's cloak. The tilma continues to amaze academic scholars, medical experts, and scientists even today. Although the cloak was made from cactus fiber that normally would have disintegrated within a couple of decades, it remains intact almost 500 years later. What is even more remarkable is that the paint cannot be found on the tilma. Dr. Philip Serna Callahan, a biophysicist at the University of Florida, confirmed that there are no signs of brush strokes or any familiar painting techniques after using infrared light to photograph the image. When observing 3 to 4 inches from the cloak, the colors disappeared and only cactus fibers are visible. Scientists from NASA have confirmed that the paint does not consist of any known materials belonging to Earth. Additionally, many experienced ophthalmologists and experts have examined the Holy Mother's eyes and the incredible images associated with them.
Dr. Jose Ast Tonsman, a Cornell University environmental systems engineer graduate, scanned an image of the Blessed Saint Mary's eyes and magnified it by 2,500 times
and discovered that the center of her eyes revealed 13 figures, including all those witnesses that observed Saint Juan Diego showing his tilma to Bishop Zumárraga. Science has been unable to explain the mysteries related to this extraordinary image of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It is indeed a celestial gift from the divine. Today, the precious image of the Blessed Saint Mary on Saint Juan Diego's tilma is displayed inside the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico City. The original basilica, known as Templo Expiatorio a Cristo Rey, and the old basilica was completed in 1709 and sits near the Tepeyac Hill where the Marian apparitions occurred. The old basilica housed the cloak with the precious image until 1974, when its foundation began to sink. As the old basilica underwent repairs, a modern basilica, referred to as the new basilica, was constructed next to the architectural gem in 1976
by architect Pedro Ramirez Vázquez.
The new basilica has 7 front doors, alluding to the 7 gates of New Jerusalem, as mentioned by Lord Jesus Christ. It also consists of a circular floor plan, allowing visitors to view the treasured cloak with the image of the venerated Holy Mother from all areas within the church. There are 9 chapels on the top floor. Beneath the main floor are 15,000 niches and 10 chapels
in the church crypts.
Each year, 18 to 20 million people visit the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe and St. Juan Diego's Tilma. It has become one of the world's most important Catholic pilgrimage sites, as well as one of the top visited sanctuaries in Christianity. People from all over the nation make the pilgrimage to the new basilica in Mexico City for the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe on December 12th, to commemorate the blessed Marian apparitions to Saint Juan Diego that occurred near the Tepeyac Hills almost 500 years ago. Many travel on their knees for several miles during the pilgrimage to exemplify their sincerity, devotion, and gratefulness to the Mother of Mercy. Priests and bishops throughout the country gather to celebrate Mass. There are numerous celebratory festivities that take place outside of the church, including ethnic dancers, folk musicians, and mariachis.
Most households will arrange an altar for the Blessed Saint Mary on this meaningful and special occasion, and fireworks can also be seen throughout the country.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, Mother of Mercy, continues to inspire and bring peace to hearts of sincere truth seekers from every corner of the world. Through the Blessed Saint Mary, we are offered solace during restless times and reminded of her compassion and unconditional love for all God's children. May we follow her beautiful example, always extending loving kindness towards our human and animal people co-inhabitants by adopting a vegan and eco-conscious lifestyle. As we turn inwards to awaken our higher and more noble self, may we live each day in God's light. For more information on Our Lady of Guadalupe, please visit virgendeguadalupe.org.mx.
Don't be near a vegan, you'll be infected with luck.
Noble viewers, thank you for your gracious presence today.
Coming up next is Traditional Korean Fermented Vegan Condiments Part 2 of 2.
Gochujang chili paste and sweet persimmon with gochujang dressing, right after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May you and your loved ones forever be blessed by the divine.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/LS.